Hey there, I'm Jay Milanov, the creator of the English with Jay project and the Essential English course. And you're listening to episode 32 of my weekly Essential English podcast. I had a great new idea on Friday, and I want to tell you about it in today's podcast. It was early in the morning, and I hadn't slept enough. This is usually not the time to get great ideas. But this morning was an exception. I had gone to bed late the previous night, around 1 o'clock. I didn't have any new lessons to make on Friday, so I was hoping I would get enough sleep for the first time in a week. Of course, I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep because there was a new thought on my mind. What if I take Fridays off from now on? I know this doesn't seem too innovative to most people, but it does to me. I work a lot. There are some months where I don't get a single day of rest. So taking every Friday off sounded like crazy to me. But I kind of liked it. I was so tired of working that I gave it some thought. And the more I thought about it, the better it sounded to me. I work too much anyway, so this wouldn't make a big difference on my work. And I know some good rest makes you more productive, not less. Maybe I just needed a rule that would make resting an easier choice than working. So I set this rule. I decided to give it a try and not work this whole Friday. Instead, I could spend all day talking to friends and thinking. But not thinking in the usual sense, where you just sit down and think. I think best when I'm doing something mechanical, like washing the dishes, cleaning or running. I didn't feel like cleaning so early in the morning, so I went for a run in the park. I live right next to the South Park in Sofia, and that's a real blessing for someone who loves running. I don't love running, to be honest, or at least I didn't love it until recently. But I found out that you could think or listen to an audiobook while you're running. And those two things I certainly love. When I finished running, I went back home, took a shower and had breakfast. I then went to my favorite cafe and got a cup of tea. Without working at all. Just enjoying my day off. My friend Marcel came again, so we talked for a while. Then another friend of mine came, Joro, who is the best musician I know. The things he can do on the guitar and even on the piano are unbelievable. I introduced him to Marcel and they seemed to like each other. I was really happy. I love it when my friends become friends. In the evening, me and my fiancée met two more good friends, Letty and Krasi. Letty is a great young architect and I just love talking to her. She has such interesting ideas. I told her about not working on Friday and she replied it sounded to her like the Shabbat that Jewish people do. This was really surprising to hear. I knew what the Shabbat was, but I hadn't realized that this was what I was doing. In Judaism, the Shabbat is the seventh day of the week, which is Saturday. And the word Shabbat means something like peace and no activity. This gave me one more reason to want to stick to my plan and not work on Fridays anymore. The Shabbat is one of the main responsibilities that religious Jews have. And even though I'm Christian, I respect other religions and their wisdom. I called this new idea of mine Thinking Fridays, because I would use Fridays just for thinking and having conversations with friends and other interesting people. If you also work too much, like I do, please give it a try. And don't forget to tell me if it works for you. This was your English teacher, Jay Milanov, with episode 32 of the Essential English Podcast. Till next Monday.